Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today we have a very, very, very special bottle on the cask. It's the Elijah Craig 18 years old. Yes, I've tried this whiskey before. It was at the Heaven Hill Heritage Center in Bardstown. And this is actually where this whiskey comes from. It's a brand of Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill is known for their big stills and also for their many, many warehouses in Bardstown. So they do have a lot of stock, and with a lot of stock, you can have it age and then produce old whiskey. Heaven Hill is one of the few distilleries who go for the age statements on their whiskey, with their 12 years old and here the 18 years old. And this one is, one of the oldest Kentucky straight bourbons that you can find in the US. Let's have a read. Elijah Craig single barrel. Aged for 18 years in a single charred oak barrel, it offers you a rare opportunity to enjoy the hearty, full-bodied flavor of a true Kentucky classic. 18 years old, 90 proof, bottled in 23rd of February 2018, 4,482 bottles. The barrel number is 4,482. A lot of stuff on there, and there's not that much of a story behind that. You get one of the oldest whiskeys there, and they don't make that much big of a fuss about it, except, it's the 18 years old. So it's really more about the flavor and the price. It's a very pricey one. It's in Germany it's more than 300 euros, so it's $350, something like that. Oh, that's deep. That's really vanilla caramel on top, and then you have that deep oak flavor. Oh, there's so much oak in there. It even feels like a bit of a dark chocolate going on, a bit of a fresh pine note in there. So you do realize that's a lot of wood. That's a lot of oak. There's a lot of oak in there. So if you don't like oak, don't take it. But there's popcorn, there's caramel, there's vanilla, and there's a lot of oak. A bit toasted also. So much oak. A little bit of nuttiness also going on, but there's just a huge amount of oak. And it's so deep. It combines really strangely with the sweetness, but there's no bitterness going on. It's just a strange combination of oak and sweetness. Not that much. It doesn't remind you of that typical sweet light bourbon because of that big amount of oak and maturity. And the texture is really, really smooth. I would have expected a bit, or remembered it a bit more, a bit less emphasized, less attacking. It's very creamy, very elegant, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's mild because of the intensity. You do have a lot of intensity. It's it's coming on strong, and then just spreading out and just staying there, and just going into a long finish with a lot of oak. So yeah, it's definitely the dominant flavor in this whiskey. I mean, what did we expect? We have 18 years in a fresh oak cask. It was to be expected that it has a very strong oak overtone. Yeah, I do love it. It's a very interesting whiskey, but it's so intense that it's not a everyday whiskey. It's more of a occasional whiskey, or a whiskey where you want to show people, hey, this is what American bourbon can be if it is very old. A lot of you guys out there who are not that much on the oaky side will probably say, yeah, that is over matured. It is definitely over matured. And yeah, you can argue that. You can argue that. It's just complexity is a bit lower because you have that dominant oak flavor in there. Yeah. So yeah, if you see one of these bottles and you have a wallet that's just too thick, then yeah, you should buy one of these bottles because it's very interesting. If you're not in the category of very much the oak flavor, or is this a bit too expensive for you with $300, then you should probably not buy one of these bottles. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.